What's crack-a-lack, and welcome in, everybody. Week 6 fantasy football recap show is here. Got my co-host with the most big draft energy. How we doing, brother? Are we ready to look back at where we missed and where we hit and see how it went?
I don't think we have enough time to go over all that shit because there's a lot of misses, man. What a weird week.
It was a bad week. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a particularly bad week for running backs.
It was. Quinshawn Judkins, Breece Hall, everybody was JT. Kind of saved it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go game by game. We're going to look at, a couple stats, couple things from each game, talk about each game, and then we're going to look at our pick-em tickets for tonight for Monday Night Football, what we like, what we don't like. So if you guys have any start-em, sit-em questions still relating to Monday Night Football tonight, also got to know that Dalton Kincaid has been ruled out. So if you have him in your lineups, make sure that he is out. Darnell Mooney is out as well, I believe, from that game, and I don't think there's any other injuries I'm missing between key players. I think Colston Loveland's going to make his debut, or not debut, but back from his injury as well. So what's good? Andre says Josh Jacobs or Cook rest of the season. I still got James Cook. I know that he had one bad game, but I like the Bills' easy schedule the rest of the way. He's still my RB1 the rest of the way. But Josh Jacobs was my RB1 on the week, and it ended up being Rico Dowdle by like 0.5 points. God.
I didn't want to believe in the Rico Dowdle nonsense again, but here I am regretting not being bullish.
And he might be taking the job, according to Canales, with that little weird update. So scary news there for Chuba Hubbard owners right now.
We'll trade him away. Let's go.
So we covered the Eagles-Giants game Thursday night. I don't even know if we really need to talk about the Sunday matchup in London of the Broncos and Jets. God, that was probably the ugliest game of the season. Breece Hall was as inefficient as you could get. 22 touches, 2.7 yards per carry. Bo Nix had a bad game. The only touchdown he threw was to the fullback. J.K. Dobbins had a bad game. Evan Ingram, a little resurgence, and Justin Fields was absolutely terrible.
He had negative 10 net passing yards. That is one of my favorite stats of all time.
It's got to be. Is that the lowest of all time? It's got to be, right?
I don't know if it's the lowest of all time, but it's one of my favorites of all time. That's for sure.
God, it was terrible, man. What's up, Fanny says, I didn't mind picking up starting Dowdle and 2 last week, so I had him as a smash start both times. He absolutely rocked it, man. He did. Panthers, man. Watch out, dude. 3 out of 4 wins. Here comes Bryce Young. Everyone's back on board.
Mm-hmm. And they got the Jets this week.
And they get the Jets this week. They're going to get 4 out of 5. Any other takeaways from this gross London game? I don't even know if you really got anything to say about it, but
Bo Nix passing completions is still the first prop on the planet, and I'm still going to continue to go to the well on that one. But just a very, very bizarre and unfortunate game, and I'm done betting on the London games.
Yeah, that was really weird in London.
Games overseas do not get my money anymore.
Moving on to the Jets, not the Jets, the Indianapolis Colts Cardinals game, man. Jacoby Brissett comes in as the starter, and he absolutely lights up Trey McBride back to the T-85 Terminator. Marvin Harrison Jr. was on his way to having a good game as well. He went down with a concussion. And if you own Marvin Harrison right now, they play the Packers next week and have a bye, so they may hold him out with that concussion, and it's really going to hurt Marvin Harrison Jr. owners, which is why you should check out my buy low video on how to sneak Marvin Harrison onto your lineup right now. Michael Carter got benched before the game with DeMercado as some, weird fight they had with Gannon. And then they kind of split Michael Carter in at the end, and Bam Knight found the end zone. Not a running back room I'm touching for the rest of the way. Zay Jones, interesting waiver wire pickup if you need, especially if Marvin Harrison is out. He got 5 targets for 80 yards, and Jacoby Brissett looked way better than Kyler Murray had ever looked all year long in one game. He threw for 320 and 2 touchdowns.
What was Dortch's snap percentage? And I think Michael Wilson's probably like the right answer. He should be available in a lot of waiver wires as well.
It is, but it's like it was all to Zay. Like Wilson got that deep ball down the sideline where he made a great catch. I'll give him that. And then he went out with an injury.
But are you willing to start any of them against Green Bay next week?
No, not a single one. But deep depth though, if you need it.
Okay.
Andre says I got a sneaky feeling the Falcons win tonight. No Kincaid really hurts the Bills. I think they're going to lean on James Cook a lot more, but I don't think the Falcons are going to beat the Bills off a loss.
Josh Allen's just going to run like a wild man. I think Khalil Shakir is going to feed families today.
He is my favorite prop of the Bills game. Is his 4.5 receptions. On to the Colts side. Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones rides again. They get the win. Jonathan Taylor had a sluggish game till about the second half when he found the end zone and finally popped that big one. He was having a tough go against that Arizona run D to start off. Tyler Warren is a must-start tight end for the rest of time. Michael Pittman Jr., I did not like last week. He absolutely did nothing. 2 receptions for 20 yards.
Yeah, it was the Josh Downs week.
And he got crushed on that touchdown. I cannot believe he held onto that ball. Holy shit. Jonathan Taylor got the receptions you were talking about, the 2.5. That was free money. That was a good call, even though he did nothing with them. And the Colts are going to be a playoff team, and they're going to be dangerous, man. Their defense, I thought, would play better, but they didn't play that good, but they're still serviceable. You got any other takes on the Colts game here?
I want to say that, like, I want to see Kyler Murray step back in, but I'm also not bullish on any Cardinals next week whatsoever, especially the running game. So if you have a chance to sell high on any of the running backs that you currently have and get Schnickelfritz in return, I highly advise it because it's one of the least advantageous games against the Green Bay Packers running back room or just a defensive room. Aside from that, it's like I think we want to target slots against Arizona more and more often because we're starting to see that they provide top 10 fantasy production on a weekly basis to slot type receivers just based off of reception. So I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to my guy Matthew Golden next week and his slot usage and the receptions that he gets there.
Interesting. Matthew Golden, man, I can't wait to get to him here. Andre says, any idea why DJ Moore's lines are so low? I don't know. I ate that up. It's 38.5 receiving yards. I smashed that on a lot of tickets, but there's a lot of trade talk with DJ Moore too. And there's a lot of Luther Burden breakout talk as well. So, I mean, could they, feature DJ Moore tonight and try and get him to a trade package if they lose, which is something that's been out there, or if they win, I don't think he goes anywhere. So, 50-50 on that, but I've smashed that line a lot. Speaking about the Colts or the Cardinals next week, Green Bay's weak matchup is versus the tight end. And if Jacoby's out there, Trey McBride may go nuclear.
He may.
Unbelievably nuclear.
Yeah, whatever his receptions prop is, take the over.
Yeah, I agree. On to the Dolphins-Chargers game. Dickard, the kicker, seals it at the end, and we got beat by the beat writers again with Hassan Haskins. He was not the leading running back by any means. He had 7 touches to Kamani Vidal's 19. Vidal had 124 yards on the ground. He looked great. The interesting thing to me in the Chargers game that I don't know if it's going to hold up going forward is Aronde Gadsden. He had a massive game, 7 targets, 7 receptions, 68 yards, but you did have Quentin Johnston out and Trey Harris stepping in. So if Quentin comes back, how much usage does he get? I don't know, but Herbert looks at him a lot. So he's an interesting piece from that game.
Well, I mean, tight ends smash against the Miami Dolphins. It's just going to be tough next week because you can't choose between Njoku and the knee injury or Harold Fannin. Like, we all thought it was an Njoku week this week, but that's aside from the point.
God, his freaking dude, that hit on Njoku's knee, man, gross. Dolphins side, Devon A-Chain rips it up again. If he gets a glimpse of space, he is just absolutely gone. Tua's press conference was an absolute joke. The guy threw 3 picks and he's calling teammates out. I don't know what the fuck he's doing there. That looked really bad. You should keep that in-house. Jalen Waddle had a good game. I didn't expect him to have 100 yards. He had 95. I would say the only shining bright light is pretty much Jalen Waddle and Devon A-Chain. I guess Darren Waller got that touchdown at the very end. I didn't like Waller at all, but he, got kind of a busted play touchdown, which helped his day. Any other takes you got from the Chargers game?
Yeah, RB1 potential every week against the Chargers. So Jonathan Taylor next week should be the RB1 in theory.
RB1 potential against the Chargers defense?
Well, last 2 weeks we saw HN go nuclear, and the week prior to that we saw JCM go nuclear. You got to take advantage of this Chargers defense. They've been hemorrhaging fantasy production, and next week they got Jonathan Taylor. So Jonathan
is
Taylor
Khalil Mack back though next week?
Back or not, I don't care. Like this is a trend that I want to take advantage of. So I'm already trying to bet the overs on every Jonathan Taylor prop, especially multi-touchdown props.
I like that. Let's catch up here. Fan says, KC with 0 penalties. Dude, did you see the tweets and the freaking nonsense? I can't even talk about the Chiefs anymore, man. It drives me absolutely nuts. They get a game-saving call on 3rd and 17. Like, it's a joke.
Yeah.
My Niners are cursed, bro. Fred Warner.
They were very disciplined. The Kansas City Chiefs, they were fantastic in their victory. Congratulations to the Chiefs. Great win.
Great win, it was.
Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. He's him, and the revenge tour is real.
It is. And when they get Rice back next week, dude, it's done. It's over.
To the moon.
Lost Puka, G Will, and Egbuka this week. Shadow, goddamn, bro. Would you trade Kamara for Higgins and Jordan Mason? My backup will be Woody Marks if I make the trade. So, I mean, it depends on your record. You're only losing Puka, G Will, and Egbuka. Egbuka's probably the one that's out the longest, probably to like week 10 at the bye. Woody Marks, I'm trying to buy right now. I really believe he's going to be valuable here. I don't trust Nick Chubb. I don't trust Joe Mixon at all. Would you make that trade Kamara for Higgins and Jordan Mason with a beat up squad? Or Kamara? I think I am. I think I would take that because you need the depth. You're beat up right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jordan Mason's going to be fantasy relevant every week he plays football.
With the touchdown upside.
Kamara, even though he has a fantastic matchup this upcoming week, it's tough to project him to be fantasy relevant.
What's up, the real Mike Mills? Got my ass whooped yesterday. I got crushed in a bunch of leagues too, man. It was one of those weird weeks for me. Greetings from South Texas. What is up, my man? Greetings from California and Canada. How we doing? What's good?
Well, happy Thanksgiving for all my fellow Canadians. It's Canadian Thanksgiving today. Hey.
Only Dakota showed up. It's gonna be scary, bro. Rice and Worthy, great call. Mahomes QB1. He's gonna be, bro. What about Drake May too? He's looking very scary if they get him another.
Thank you, Andre. Appreciate you, buddy.
6-0. See, Shadow. I don't know if I'm making that trade. I'd still take the Kamara trade at 6-0, but I'm not panicking at 6-0 with my roster with 2-3 weeks of injuries. I could survive it. He says Brees, Judkins, Diggs, Brown, Cardi. Only Dak and AJ gave me only over 11 points. Dude, I mean, Diggs with a 60-yard bomb called back. Cardi misses another field goal. Judkins got absolutely hammered. Brees got absolutely hammered. It was a rough week. Weather the Storm 3-3. Rice and CD incoming. Oh my God, that's nuclear right there. Jeff says, do you have 2 sneaky player props for tonight? Okay, so we'll just go through it now. I mean, we're going to give them at the end, but my play I like tonight is Khalil Shakir over 4.5 receptions. If you can still get it now because Dalton Kincaid was ruled out. And I would say, I'll let you take another one. What do you like from the game, from the Bills game?
Josh Allen longest rush is probably the only one that I'm willing to touch in this game. But I do like the Shakir call. It's at 13.5.
13.5 long rush for Josh Allen. I'm not against that one either. I do think the longest reception for James Cook is enticing a receiving yards at 15.5. But
yeah, I mean, like we've seen crazy shit happen, especially with Kincaid being out. It's tough to project who it's going to be, but like there's no Curtis Samuel, right? There's no Dalton Kincaid. Elijah Moore tends to live in the slot when it's not Khalil Shakir. So 9.5 longest reception seems borderline free. And I feel like you're going to have to throw the ball a little bit more than running this week. So
I don't know if I buy the Falcons defense though. Like, yeah, they're top of everything, but
it's a trap. It's a trap. The reason why they're top and everything is because they had the easiest schedule in football thus far.
Mm-hmm. So Elijah Moore 9.5. He likes. If we're gonna go, we'll save the other game for the end here, Jeff. But there's the first one we like. Quasi, what is good, bro? If you want to hop in, let me know, man. How you been, dude?
What's up,
two-time? Dub with Egbuka and Sutton and A-Chain. Put my team on his back. A-Chain is absolutely him. He exploded, man. I love watching that guy get 2 minutes of open space. He just turns it up. He says, got the dub and A-Chain put my team on back. Rank Knicks, love Fields. I think Fields is done, bro. I don't think you can even rank Fields anymore. But hang on. I've got an alert going off in my background. I can't hear. There we go. So I'm going to go with Love over Knicks by a little bit because they're about to get Christian Watson. They're about to get Jaden Reed. I mean, that thing's going to have just weapons galore out there. Thank you for the subscription, Jackson. Welcome in, my man. Welcome. Andre says, I remember Disco always talking McLeod longest reception last year. Is it playable? Mooney is out tonight, Andre. Mooney is out 100%. Cannot.
I have it on my ticket tonight for what it's worth, Andre.
On McLeod?
Yeah.
What's his
I
long
have
reception?
I believe I have his. Hold on.
Let me see this.
Upcoming. I got Raymond McLeod over 11.5 longest reception. Yes, absolutely.
I do like that. That's not bad. That's not bad. Look how Andre remembers, man. Field has wrecked me this year. He did. He was wrecked the Jets. He's wrecked everything. It's terrible. Quasi says, I got Cook anytime TD plus 70 yards, London plus 6 receptions. I like all of that as well. I mean, the Bills secondary is banged up too. The Field show can't blame the OC players. Got to play. It's ugly. -10 passing yards has got to be one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Net passing yards, which is fucking
terrible,
incredible.
So moving on to the Patriots Saints game, since it's your Pats, break the game down for me. What do you got from it?
So I'll start by saying Ramondre Stevenson is no longer a smash start in plus matchups, and it's a relatively plus matchup for running backs against the New Orleans Saints. I am encouraged by the usage we saw from Trayvon Henderson. That was encouraging. He was on the field, but he wasn't used a heck of a lot. Drake May is one of the best quarterbacks in football, and Hunter Henry's as inconsistent as possible. On the other side, Jawan Johnson was very, very discouraging. By the way, Pop Douglas, the guy, that long reception made me very happy. But other than that, I thought it was like the Pop Nuke week, but it's just one and done. Then turned out to be all booty. On the other side, I mean, Shaheed is one of the most consistent, explosive players in fantasy football, and he's one of the most underrated players in fantasy football on a weekly basis. Jawan Johnson's droppable now. The Alvin Kamara, Kendre Miller situation is it's a fucking headache. And Spencer Rattler has been better than bad, and he's been everything in all.
He's looking better.
And Chris Olave, I mean, when healthy, this guy's a fantastic wide receiver, and we called it all off season, both you and I, and he's been fantastic all season.
Dude, he looks so good. He just can't get the touchdown, man. He got that one little one on the year in the red zone. That's it.
Yep.
The concussions, everyone was tripped out. He looks great. I would say one takeaway there was that I truly believe the Patriots are going to go get a wide receiver one. I know that Booty's been good. He had a big week 1, I think, and a big week 6, but he has been kind of inconsistent besides that. Diggs, still not ramped up like they said. Still played 52% of the snaps. Would like to see him play more. And I don't know what the fuck. Ramondre Stevenson has 18 carries for 30 yards, and they're still starting this guy.
Pathetic.
What am I missing here? It's terrible. So, and Hunter Henry, I missed big on. I had him as a smash last week.
Did you see no caps?
What do you say? McLeod just got ruled out as a healthy inactive. Whoa!
Sick.
Does that mean that we're going to get to see the guy from San Jose State? Hang on.
I don't know anymore.
Nick Nash?
I don't know.
That's his name.
Nick Nash, Patty Whack, give a dog a bone. I don't fucking know. That's
Dude,
crazy.
He led the NCAA in receiving yards last year behind, or it was first or second to Fannin. Let's catch up here. Smash the likes. Thank you. Is Rico Dowdle the real deal? Dude, he played 2 of the easiest defenses, right? Is he the real deal? I'm not going to say real deal, but he's got a good offensive line, and the Panthers D is better than people think this year.
He's got another fantastic matchup in week 7.
He does. Do we think that London feasts tonight? I mean, I would say London would feast every night. I think with Mooney out, with now we got McLeod ruled out. It's got to be Drake London. Kyle Pitts has a tough matchup with the linebacker crew, but Milano's out too.
But what if we see Kyle Pitts more 12 personnel where Kyle Pitts is not an inline tight end and he's more lined up anywhere and everywhere? And that's why I kind of like Kyle Pitts, especially with the McLeod news.
Right. Chris says 5-1, 10-man standard league trying to upgrade my wide receiver room. T-Mac, Big Q, MHJ, Olave, Jennings. Man, Jennings, they just straight lied about his broken ribs last week.
He has 5 broken ribs and he has that ankle issue.
And,
what a fucking warrior.
Out there, I got to give him credit for that. Offered Jennings plus Vidal for Evans. Dude, I'm smashing that. Mike Evans is about to explode. Don't even think twice. Smash, tap, accept. You got all the Bucks out. Egbuka's ruled out till week 10. Big Mike is going to dominate the next 2 weeks of fantasy football for the Bucks.
And Cade Otton.
BDE will be staying put on K9. No, get rid of him.
I'm buying him low everywhere. He's one of my favorite low options.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Mills.
I mean, the real Mike Mills asked BDE. Is your name BDE, sir?
I did.
No, it's not. It's
Read the room, man. 30% snap share, 40% snap share. It's not good.
Not
it's
worried.
not going anywhere.
Not worried.
He got ruled out. Coker Obute. Still don't know if I believe in Booty, man. Yeah, he had a good game. I mean, he's a waiver wire pickup. He played 70% of the snaps. Coker's probably got more talent, but he's not going to play as much snaps. I think I'd still lean Boutte, but I don't really love it.
I think Coker's going to play way more snaps, and he's going to have a safer floor moving forward. It's just going to take 2 to 4 weeks for him to ramp up. I think he's an ascending talent and continues to ascend. He's just coming off an injury. So long term,
I think I'd stash Coker.
Yeah, I'd much rather have Coker than Boutte, because Boutte is just tough to project.
BTJ week was here, and he got one just taken away on a deflection fucking tip pass.
It was like a
Travis Hunter stepped on the line.
Yeah, man.
But I don't know if I like BTJ next week versus the Rams, though.
I mean,
it's gonna be a tough one.
I like BTJ every week. I think he's going to continue to do well. But I will say the one caveat where I might be with you for not liking BTJ next week is the fact that they are in London. I just hate London games. I generally do.
And you got no Puka Nacua out there, man.
You know how many games we've had in Canada for the NFL this year or last year or the last 10 years? 0. And we're fucking neighbors. We're fucking neighbors. But you guys want to go to fucking Germany? Did you guys fight a world war against these guys? What the fuck? We were alongside you guys for that fucking world war. Make it make sense. Go Canada.
Moving on. Got you. Moving on to the Steelers-Browns game. Takeaway is Dylan Gabriel. 52 pass attempts. His time is done. I'm waiting for the Shadur Sanders show. This guy can't find a wide receiver for the life of him. I know Jerry Jeudy dropped like a 15-yarder. I was watching it, but still, it's terrible. It's the tight ends or nothing. It's Njoku, it's Fannin, and it's whatever busted player, the running backs with Dylan Sampson and Ford and Judkins. He cannot find a wide receiver. In like 2 weeks, he has like 12 freaking attempts to wide receivers. It's not good. They need to get Shadur out there. Judkins got bottled up off a bye. Fannin looked great. Prayers up to Njoku. That knee hit was gross. Aaron Rodgers looks efficient as you could get. Jaylen Warren and Gainwell, by the way, Hames was close. It was like 7 points to 6 points. That was pretty close, but none of them looked that great. Caleb Johnson got a little work. DK Metcalf with another bomb touchdown on the sideline looked great. Not much else to take from that game. You got any other takeaways except for
trading away Newsome is going to be very, very bad for the Cleveland Browns defense, just based off of what we saw DK Metcalf do. Like Newsome would have. Like the issue with the guy that they traded Newsome for, and his name's evading me, but they're both first round talents. They just both got new homes. Newsome plays disciplined defensive back football, whereas the guy they just traded for, he has not been good.
I mean, Newsome got absolutely roasted by Jay Season, but that's not here nor there.
But I mean, that's Jay Season. Jay Season is a 10 times better receiver today than DK Metcalf, in my opinion. 10 times.
I know, I can't argue that. I would say Judkins is going to be fine. I think people are going to panic off 1 week. You get the Miami Dolphins next week. Judkins is going to be a top 5 option next week. Darnell Washington? Is this the new tight end in Pittsburgh Steelers? Like, what's going on with Arthur Smith in this rotation with Pat Freiermuth?
I believe I'm the only guy who has best ball exposure to Darnell Washington.
2% on the 6'8" monster.
Yeah.
He had a big catch and he fumbled it, but still it went out of bounds.
It seems like every time he catches the ball, he rumbles for like 40 yards. It's fucking sick.
He's huge.
Like, just give him more usage. But yeah, he's an incredible specimen.
Oh, so if you guys haven't seen this, Bloody Bones, I saw this, man. Brandon Ayuk just unfollowed all the 49ers across all the networks, which is why I traded him in fantasy, man, and redraft. I was holding him for the stash. I think he's done unless he's traded. I don't think he's going to play another snap for the 49ers, and I didn't want to freaking sign him last year. So get him out. Andrew says, Pitts is weird. I never know with him in yards or reception. I agree. I like his anytime touchdown more than anything else.
49ers are anticipating George Kittle to return to practice this week ahead of Sunday's game against the Falcons.
I like that.
That's Sunday Night Football, too.
Am I worried about ETN? So the game that they have is in London. You're going up against the Rams. I don't love ETN next week, but I don't think I'm worried yet. I mean, you saw LaQuint Allen get a carry on the first freaking drive of the game, which was strange to me. That was I don't know what's going on with that as your third running back, but I'm not worried. I'm not excited. He's still the guy to me, kind of thing. What are your thoughts on ETN? Kind of the same.
He was a sell high for me after week 3. So I mean, yeah.
With their schedule,
I projected it.
The only thing worse than having a fantasy player play on Thursday is having them play Sunday morning in London. That is facts, bro.
England.
How important is a QB in a redraft? I have Jaden Daniels, but I have someone willing to give me Saquon and Caleb Williams or Bo Nix if I give Daniels and Brees. I'm taking Caleb and Saquon Barkley all day
In a
over
heartbeat. In a
Jaden.
heartbeat.
Yep, over Jaden
Because
Daniels.
here's the thing: it's important to have a good quarterback, but it's more important to buy low on a very good quarterback, and you're buying low on a very good quarterback there, sir.
100%. Perfect timing for Shadur. Please, I want Shadur to start so bad, bro. I really do. Does Rashee Rice make an impact immediately? Rashee Rice is going to feed families and be a top 5 wide receiver for the rest of the way in fantasy football. Bloody bones. Teddy, what's cracking like a lacking? Andre says this game's wild. No Kincaid, McLeod, or Curtis Samuel. I hope James Cook goes absolutely nuclear. Daniels or Williams? Ooh, so I have JD5 at 6, and I have Caleb Williams at 5. So I'm going to stick with my rankings and go Caleb Williams.
I have JD5 at 4, and I have Williams at 6.
A little bit the other way. I just like Caleb Williams, what they've been doing. The rushing upside, the weapons they have are more than the Commanders. So I'm going to ride with Caleb, and I think the Bears win the game. Lost Egg Buka, but get Rice back. Absolute money. You guys think he'll step into a big role? 100%. What, dude, he's not just coming off an injury, right? He got an extra, 10 weeks with the suspension, not being with the team to rehab as well.
So but he also hasn't been practicing with the team, but I think he'll still be fine. And then when you look at Patrick Mahomes and like what this guy's been doing on a weekly basis,
he's out of his mind.
Like I projected, this run game is going to be non-existent. It's going to be one of the worst run games in football. And like he's just going out there, throwing the ball and completing the ball. Doesn't matter if it's short, doesn't matter if it's long. It's unfortunate that Tyquan Thornton wasn't relevant, but Tyquan Thornton is no longer going to be relevant. Patrick Mahomes last game, he had 30 pass attempts, 22 pass completions. Like, and this is well within, like, I think this is below average performance that he's currently had.
Well, the Lions kept him off the field per drive.
Yeah,
like that was their game plan. That's how good he's playing.
He's unreal, and the only reason why he's been unreal is because they got rid of Joe Thuney, and they can't run for the life of them. So, I mean, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is going to continue to feed families. We just saw Hollywood Brown have a fucking fantasy relevant game.
He did.
Juju Smith-Schuster's been incredibly fantasy relevant. So only imagine what Rashee Rice, a top talent, could do with this lineup. So yeah, I think Rashee Rice coming back also opens up Xavier Worthy to the fucking moon just for the deep ball stuff. I just hope that we stop seeing Xavier Worthy on the injury report prior to the game, because I'm done believing that he's going to play through the injury. I just don't like. I think he'll nuke if he's not on the injury report.
I mean, Rashee Rice is going to help a ton.
Absolutely, he's going to take the top
fucking
coverage.
10 targets a game. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Should I trade Tet for maybe another piece for Mike Evans? I'm not trading Tet, man. He's too valuable to me, and Mike Evans still carries a big injury risk. Yeah, is Evans going to smash probably the next 2-3 weeks for sure? But I'd rather have the young 6'5" body that's not injured than Mike Evans.
But what if you trade Tet in a piece and then Mike Evans smashes for 2 weeks and then you saw Mike Evans before the trade deadline? You could probably get way more if that's the way you're projecting forward for Mike.
He is a bigger name. That could work. That could work. Depends on who you're trading, I guess.
As long as you have the intentions of buying low and selling high and continuing that with that energy, sir.
CeeDee Lamb is supposed to be, as what I've seen so far, coming back this week. So he's supposed to practice on Wednesday is what I saw. I haven't seen a different report, but I think he's going to be back out there. And goddamn, dude, Dak is playing out of his mind. It's going to be just
Washington's a great matchup.
Yep. Let me know who the other piece is. Seed, by the way. Bloody says Mahomes #1 fantasy. He is. BDE nailed that call. I think Drake May's going to give him a run, and I think Josh Allen will give him a run, but it's going to be close. Murderer's Row team is absolute shambles. So is mine, dude. I need a miracle tonight, bro. I need a miracle. I played freaking Calvin Ridley, and he gets hurt on his first fucking catch of the game. How's drive.
Jonathan Coe doing, by the way? How's Jonathan Coe doing after that Mahomes
versus the Lion smash?
Last night?
This is a good take right here.
This is a fucking take.
Hayward says Worthy will be JMO 2.0.
Yeah, Haywood Jablomi, fuck you.
Chess move. I currently have Dak and May. God, you have 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks. We've been doing the tango for 6 games. If I were to trade May, what would I look for in return? Oh my God, you could get a ton. Running back room, Brees, Judkins, ETN, K9. I try to get rid of K9. Dude, I know that BDE likes him, but I don't like the usage he gets. He doesn't get any goal line work. I would go I would go get myself a Derrick Henry right now with the Ravens going on a bye and Lamar Jackson coming back. I would turn Drake May maybe into Henry straight up, or I'd throw like a K9 with it for Derrick Henry because you got to buy low on the big guy. I'm becoming a member next week. Let's go, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, moving on. We covered that game. We got about 30 minutes. Let's talk Cowboys, Panthers, Bryce Young. Dude, on stream, I took the Panthers in the points. That was an absolute money call. I cannot believe that hit. I was just trolling around. And something to realize from the Panthers now is that this run defense is real. I mean, Javonte Williams, absolutely 13 carries for 29 yards. I couldn't believe that. Cowboys side, George Pickens is wide receiver 4 in points per game. Jake Ferguson, another touchdown. They're absolutely, with Dak Prescott playing like this, every Dallas Cowboy is just out of their mind offensively. Jadon Blue got a couple touches. Wasn't excited there. You got any takes on the Cowboys side?
Yeah, I mean, like, just keep starting your players against the Dallas Cowboys. Doesn't matter if it's wide receiver, because Tet found not just 1 but 2 of his first touchdowns in the NFL in that game. He didn't do much in the receiving game, but I mean, even Jimmy Horn had an explosive. Rico Dowdle told him to strap up, and they didn't strap up. He was fucking hilarious in the post game interview where he's
was funny.
Told him to fucking strap up. They didn't strap up, so God bless Rico Dowdle. And yeah, next week, whoever's the starting running back and whoever's the starting wide receiver and the starting quarterback against the Dallas Cowboys for the Washington Commanders, they should be like top territory in terms of your rankings moving forward and smash.
Oh god, their defense is terrible, bro.
It's putrid, man.
What I didn't like though, yeah, Tech got the 2 touchdowns, but the volume was not there. Like
it was awful. It was
he
awful.
Should be seeing 10 targets a game.
But like looking back at that game, and I touched on this on my QB start sit video, Bryce Young struggles against cover 2 shell, and no other team runs cover 2 shell more than the Dallas Cowboys. Like very minimal man defense. Well, yeah, because they have to, but very minimal man. But Bryce Young still struggles reading it or just allocating the ball to the right place with the right timing to beat the cover 2 shell. So, I mean, they tried to bracket Tet, and for the most part, it worked. But the touchdown equity definitely saved Tet's week.
It did. And, of course, we get a Hunter Lupke touchdown, which is mind-blowing.
Hell yeah.
Let's go like this. Projections. Which team has a better chance of making the playoffs, Cowboys or Panthers?
Panthers have to compete with Tampa Bay and with Atlanta in their division. So I'm going to say that's going to be tough for them. And I don't see 3 teams representing the NFC South there. Whereas Dallas just has
Eagles and Commanders?
Well, no, Dallas just has to like Eagles are making the playoffs as potentially the 1 seed every single year. There's a tush push, and that exists. So with that being said, I mean, it's between them and Washington and New York. And I can see 3 teams representing that team. And Dak, the way this offense is humming, that defense, if they just get slightly better, not significantly, slightly better, we're talking about a team that should make the playoffs. So I'm going to say Dallas and the Cowboys, especially with CeeDee Lamb coming back. They do 2 things really well.
It's going to be
they throw the ball really well. They run the ball really well. If they can control the time of possession when the weather gets cold, they might give their defense a chance when CeeDee Lamb comes back.
But let me break this down for you then. They get Washington and Denver, then they get Arizona. They beat Arizona. That's a bye. They get the Raiders. They win that. That's 2 wins, 2 losses. They get Philly, KC, Detroit, 3 in a row. Minnesota Chargers, 5 in a row. Commanders, 6 in a row. So they got 8 playoff teams out of pretty much 10 right now.
I'm not worried though. Like when you look at the Washington Commanders this year, they are once again a Jaden Daniels injury away. They are losing pieces significantly, and they don't play really good defense. So I'm not worried about that.
Well, the Cowboys play no defense.
Of course, but like in certain situations when an offense could put up 40 to 50 a game, like this is the best offense in football in theory. Like I'm going to go with that, just that they outscore them, and all they got to do is get a takeaway or 2 or control the time of possession, which they could with a legitimate offensive line and a legitimate run game, and they're getting a healthy CD back. So like every possession, and they have Brandon Arbery, who's like the biggest. Every possession should end in points for Dallas.
I hear you. Yeah, dude, CeeDee Lamb back is gonna be gross.
Yeah.
Seat says my roster is Tet, Wilson, McLaurin, Diggs, Horton, running backs Mason, Bijan, Kyren, Henderson, Kendre Miller, quarterbacks Mayfield and Fields. Fields is almost fucking droppable at this point, which is terrible. And he's trying to trade Tet for Mike Evans with a piece. I think Tet can get Mike Evans straight up. I mean, I don't know if I'd do it, but he's off a big game too. You know, if you want to sell them straight up, try it straight up. I mean,
if you could throw in a fucking Kendre Miller, by all means, go for it.
Yeah, I don't think you need to throw in much more, to be honest. I'd rather move McLaurin than Tet, though, in my opinion. I'd rather throw like a McLaurin, you know, depending on what his running back room is, maybe a McLaurin Mason or something for what he needs. Izzy says, I have a dilemma. Should I start Drake London or Debo Samuel? If he plays, my opponent has DeAndre Swift. I'm going with Drake London either way. Who do you like?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Drake London.
Of course.
Mill says, bet Panthers, and I'm a Cowboys fan. They suck. Defense is puke, but I love the hope. Hit that like button, y'all. Thank you, Jay Label. You got to beat the best.
Why are the names like this?
Be the best. They look weird, huh? It's like I get the numbers afterwards. Why?
Yeah, this is like the official like emails that they sign up with. It's so weird.
Sean says, yo, good people, just made a crazy trade. I traded Trey McBride, I'm assuming Herbert and Scat. My God, that's a heavy trade for Josh Allen, Keenan Allen, and Fannin. I think you got murdered, bro. What? Why? No, Sean. Trey McBride, Justin Herbert, and Scatabo for Josh Allen, Keenan Allen, and Fannin. I don't like that at all, bro. I hate to tell you. You like that trade?
No,
not a good one, Sean. I don't agree with that one. Kincaid got ruled out for me in Bash Bros leads. If I make a trade for a player that is playing tonight, yeah, I can push it through at any time. I got you. I messed up. Yeah, I don't like that one at all. I don't. Damn, everybody's getting at him. No, you're fine. It was just that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Trey McBride is one of those names
I know.
second half of fantasy football where you have to have him on your team and you have to try to acquire him on your team. Your buy low window is gone, but I'm still willing to pay fucking everything and anything to get Trey McBride. You just got rid of him for Josh Allen and 2 Schnickel for split pieces. So
yeah,
I don't like
Scatabo is gonna ball out too. I don't like that at all.
That's right.
So moving on to the Seahawks Jags game. I'll let you take it away, but I got one thing. Jay Season is going to be wide receiver 1 if he stays healthy all year long.
Yeah, I mean that's the contingency with anybody, but we spoke about it so many times. I said, like, I love all the people who were fading Jackson Smith and Jigba in the offseason due to his like win percentage. Like I told everybody, like Geno Smith was the guy throwing the fucking football. Like Geno Smith sucks. Geno Smith is gone. Sam Darnold's significant.
Sam Darnold is playing out of his mind.
He's a significant upgrade, and we're seeing Jackson Smith and Jigba really be him. It was nice to see Cooper Kupp find the end zone.
Cooper Kupp with a throwback.
The Kenneth Walker usage is like it's troublesome. It makes no sense, but I'm still holding firm that Kenneth Walker will feed families, especially second half of the season. The Zach Charbonnet situation is just it's gross. It's weird. I think there's more going on with Kenneth Walker than just like the play time. I think he's still not right and not 100% healthy. So he's getting limited snap share and they want him for the playoff push. And as of now, they're probably, other than the LA Rams, they could compete with the LA Rams for the best team in the NFC West. And they could win the NFC West and have a good playoff push. And
my Niners are done.
Yeah, I mean that's unfortunate. Brian Thomas Jr. Continues to improve and he continues to be better. He should have 38 fantasy points, but Travis Hunter couldn't do the most rudimentary thing in football, which is just line up in the right fucking spot or check with the ref. And he cost my guy like a 60-yard touchdown. I'm not mad. I'm fucking pissed. But I mean, other than that, Trevor Lawrence looks a little bit more serviceable. The run game for the Jacksonville Jaguars is anemic against, like, they're not a good rushing offense against defenses that play good. They don't travel well, right? So they need a plus matchup in order to be good performers. And Travis Etienne, he's got a fantastic fantasy football playoff schedule. I wouldn't say it's the greatest. I wouldn't say it's the worst. He's got a decent fantasy football playoff schedule, but like he's definitely not somebody I'm trying to acquire right now. And Brian Thomas Jr., like I think it's still within the buy low window, and we're just continuing to see him ascend and get better. The efficiency has improved drastically, like tenfold from the first 2 weeks.
Well, that was a super plus matchup. Three
But
guys
like
were injured.
we've seen the efficiency improve drastically from the first 2 weeks. From the last 4 weeks, he's ascending. He's improving every single week. He's
Except for
getting
the
better,
drop.
and we have not seen him nuke yet. We have not seen him nuke yet, and that
Yeah,
is
that's
what's the
facts.
most encouraging. And like last year, second half of the season, that's when Brian Thomas Jr. broke fantasy football, and that's what I'm betting on for my fantasy football playoffs. Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, with all the injuries happening to wide receivers left, right, and center, I guess the thing he has going for him, where he could catch up with all the other wide receivers, is Joe Burrow's out, so Jamar Chase, he's going to
Jamar
be
Chase with
on and off.
Flacco
He's
is
been fine.
relevant.
He's been on and off, but he's going to be on and off, right? I think Brian Thomas Jr. has the best situation moving forward without the injuries. So I'm still betting on Brian Thomas Jr. And if I'm wrong, I'm just literally going to rinse and repeat next year.
I would throw in another thing is that, dude, AJ Barner is a solid tight end play. This guy looks great.
Absolutely.
And he's 80% snap share. The Elijah Arroyo stuff is just bye-bye. Yeah. That's gone. Let's catch up here. Brian Branch appealing his 1-game suspension. Damn, my boys don't kill it. I don't like Scat's schedule moving forward. Dude, he had a tough matchup last week and absolutely destroyed it.
But are the Eagles a tough matchup?
Yeah, I mean, with Jackson Dart and no weapons, you would think so. But
on the ground, their rush defense has been putrid. Like J.K. Dobbins fucking went nuclear against. Dobbins, like they're so bad. They are so bad. Their run defense is no longer like one to be scared of. And next week they get the Minnesota Vikings. So Jordan Mason to the fucking moon.
No, it should be. Yep. Jay Sism. I like it. All good, Sean. Just busting the chops and the players got to play. Hell no, the Eagles no Jalen Hurts last week. Remember? What do you mean? Oh, no Jalen Carter. Yeah. But that was a ruled out game time decision. I didn't know that coming in either. So I mean that one hurt. Moving on here, we got the Rams versus the Ravens. Vegas did not know. They covered the spread of 7. It looks very, very ugly. Kyron Williams had the amazing catch on the sideline. He saved his day with a touchdown. It wasn't a game I thought it was going to be, man. Puka going down in the end zone, that sucks, dude. That's going to hurt their offense a ton. And emerging became Tyler Higbee. It wasn't Terrence Ferguson. It wasn't Colby Parkinson. It was the old man Higbee with the hamstring fake dance. You see his little touchdown runner. That thing was hella funny.
I said in my tight end start sit video that Higbee would be a smash start. I just cannot project him, and I don't like him, and I'm not even willing to put him in DFS. If I could like rewind and just say like, hey, just play Higbee because Puka's going to die, that would have saved me a lot of heartache and headache with the Higbee situation because the matchup was perfect.
And Derrick Henry, the Ravens, look, they just got to figure out how to get this guy the ball 25 times a game. He is absolutely monstrous. They fucked up on the 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 really bad with the play calls. Henry should have had a touchdown there. He had a monster day. Zay Flowers played limited and banged up, but no one's really relevant with Cooper Rush at quarterback. He had 72 yards. He's absolutely terrible.
Zay Flowers had 2 fumbles.
I know what I'm saying. He's wasn't that relevant. Yeah. He played limited. And then Huntley came in, which was, tried to electrify the crowd, and it got even worse. So Lamar Jackson back after the bye. Not much to talk about there on the Ravens side there.
And Roquan Smith, so that's a plus 2.
And I think at 1-5, they're not done. I'm not counting out the Ravens, dude. I'm not in that division. So Rams side, they're going to have a tough matchup next week. I think they're just trying to get to the bye. I think they're going to end up 4-3. I think they lose next week as well.
God, but Mageddon's going to be so painful in week 8.
And Puka, man, I'm praying that injury is not as bad. That looked really bad when he came down on his calf and his ankle like that.
6 teams on bye week 8. 6 teams.
Bye Mageddon, baby.
Bye Mageddon is going to fucking suck.
Let's catch up here. Adams would be top 10 this season if they completed half the. Dude, Adams was so open on both those red zone targets, man. Oh my God, I can't believe Stafford missed those, bro. I'm a streaming QBs, and I thought I had a lock. So did I. I had Stafford as a smash play. He missed Devontae Adams wide open 1 time, 2 times, 3 times in the end zone. That's not Matt Stafford like. It was very weird.
But like, here's the issue with Matthew Stafford. Like, he's not an outdoor game player unless it's the playoffs.
Right. That's facts. For some reason, he turns it up.
Yeah.
But still, I think if Puka's in that game, he plays better. Titans reportedly are now losing one of the best O-line coaches in the game as Bill Callahan is expected to depart. Oh, no, he's done. Firing of his son, not a shocking move and one that had been expected. Dude, they said like the week before that Callahan's going to be our coach all year long.
Gutless.
We're going to stick it out, and then they just fired him. Like, what?
Gutless organization.
M. Lucero says Coleman or Elijah Moore tonight.
Elijah or DJ?
Elijah or DJ? Which one is? I like DJ if it's DJ. If it's Elijah, I like Coleman. Still, I'm not going Elijah Moore. Raiders Titans game. I'll let you take it away. What are your thoughts on the game?
Who?
Raiders Titans.
Why are you going to give me this fucking game?
Well, I mean, you want me to take it?
Yeah, please. It's DJ Moore.
You said DJ Moore. DJ Moore. I am.
I mean, Ashton Genty, good. Geno Smith, he is like the overaged Jamarcus Russell. One of the worst things to happen to the NFL. Like, not only did you guys get robbed by Jamarcus Russell 15 years ago with the contract and the first overall pick, you guys just did it again with a guy who's like 15 years older. Make it make sense, guys. Learn from your father's sins. You have to learn from your father's sins, Mr. Mark Davis. One of the worst signings. That offensive line is absolutely pathetic. Everybody gets right against the Tennessee Titans, and they'll continue to get right against the Tennessee Titans unless they're the fucking Arizona Cardinals for some reason. With that being said, I'm worried about my Patriots this Sunday. This could be the trap game of the week, but yeah, biggest takeaway is like you cannot start unless it's Chigo Konkwu in a plus matchup. He cannot start Tennessee Titans players anymore.
You don't think Tajay Spears? Yeah, he looked all right.
Tajay Spears looks okay, but Tajay Spears isn't getting that check down equity yet. I still have to see more out of him. And like once again, it's been pathetic. It's been really bad football. Unlike the Jets, though, they're trying.
I mean, the funniest thing about the game was that everyone's on this Alec Isle Manor trip. And it was Van Jefferson that emerged as the wide receiver one when Calvin really went down.
I will
make sense.
My boy Adrian Knifey Spooney, he went to that game and like, fuck, what a waste of money.
Fucked up. I would say the Raiders are cooked, man. I feel really bad. I'm trying not to laugh at the same time. All right, I'll let you take this one away. Then now that you like it, Bengals Packers. What'd you like? What'd you see? What'd you not like?
Is Tanner Hudson like a relevant tight end now that Gesicki has that pectoral injury? I still don't know how significant the pectoral injury is for Gesicki, but you would anticipate that Fant or Hudson would be fantasy relevant.
Noah Fant had like 5 receptions.
Yeah, so I mean, but Hudson was the one with the touchdown, right? With that being said, it's nice to see Matthew Golden get an uptick in usage. You should continue to start running backs against the Cincinnati Bengals. Jalen Warren should fucking nuke this upcoming week on Thursday Night Football. Just putting that out there. One of the tight ends for the Pittsburgh Steelers should nuke, but I mean, like I literally said in my tight end start sit video, like I like the tight ends in this matchup against the Cleveland Browns, and I also like them in this matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals. But you cannot project which one it's going to be. Is it going to be Freiermuth? Is it going to be Jonnu Smith? Is it going to be Darnell Washington? Well, it was Darnell Washington, and then I said, is it going to be the shittier Hayward brother, who I don't know his fucking name? He found the end zone. He found the end zone after I spotlighted him being the shittier Hayward brother. But like that just goes to show you how difficult it is to project that team moving forward. The golden usage was a little bit better, but like when he was targeted, they moved the ball and they moved the ball really well. And there's certain moments where like Jordan Love, one time a game, the same way with me, one time a post, there's a brain fart. There's an inevitable brain fart, and Jordan Love's brain farts will cost the Green Bay Packers. So
is it LaFleur's play calling or brain farts?
It's 100%.
I don't think they're doing it right.
It's just brain farts, dude. He threw the ball. That pick that he threw was a 100% brain fart bad throw. And then like he makes plays where he looks like the best quarterback in football. Then he makes plays where he makes Mac Jones look like he's way better. It's just really atrocious to see like the constant one mistake a game to him, because they could be costly. It cost them a victory against the Dallas Cowboys, and it could have very easily costed them this game against the Cincinnati Bengals had they had a Joe Burrow. But yeah, it's just it's stupid. I want the golden usage to be better, but what I want, I typically don't get.
I hear you there. One takeaway I would say to cover up behind you, which was actually a great breakdown right there, would be, dude, Chase Brown is done. I mean, Samaje Perine was getting the same amount of work as he is. He is cooked. And Joe Flacco is going to keep Jamar Chase and T. Higgins relevant. If you could do that in 5 days, he didn't know the playbook. He had to fly to Green Bay, didn't know anything was going on in Zach Taylor's system, and came out and looked good. I think they made the right move by not going Jameis or Russell. His statue, his ability to be in the pocket and decipher with his brain of having a long time playing in the NFL is better for that system than having a Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson. I truly believe that.
Did you hear the Mike Tomlin comments about the trade within the division?
No, but it's the first time since like 1960 or something I saw on the TV.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin's like, this guy was your starter week 1. You guys trusted him. You guys knew he was good enough. And yet, like, we're all competing for a playoff spot. And you trade this guy within the division because he's a competent starter. It makes no sense.
But I think it was the right move. I really do. I think he's going to be a 20-point play. And
I mean, we're talking about Cleveland here.
Oh, yeah. They're I don't know what they need to put Shedeur in already.
Yeah.
All right. So we got about 10 minutes left. Crank out. We got 49ers, Bucks. I don't even want to talk about it, bro. Fred Warner done. The 49ers season is over. Baker Mayfield can ball with anybody. Bucky Irving is out to the bye, it looks like. So Rashad White's going to be valuable for 2 weeks. Mike Evans could be coming back here this week. He's supposed to practice. Not a lot to cover there. I mean, Bucks look great. Niners season is pretty much cooked. Chiefs, Lions, Patrick Mahomes, your boy, chasing QB1 is going to be real. Rashee Rice coming back is going to open it up for Xavier Worthy. I do believe that for the deep ball, 100%, as long as he can fucking get out there and get it. Lions, I think they game planned themselves out of that game. I think they were so worried about Patrick Mahomes and their defense being beat up that they try to control the clock too much instead of playing the Detroit Lions' aggressive offensive style, and I think it killed them. And the play calling killed them too, man. The Chiefs just get every fucking call. So, I mean, you got any other takeaways?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic call from the officials. They did everything the right way to take away that touchdown from Jared Goff. You're telling me that the rule says you need to step
No,
a
I don't
yard
care about
away.
that. I'm talking about the whole game.
I know, but you need to step a yard away in either direction, establish yourself for 1 full second, and then go run a route. Like, if you're not establishing yourself as a receiver and an eligible receiver within the rules, they are allowed to look, review, and contemplate what just happened, because that's well within their powers to make sure that they get the call right. And ultimately, the officials got the call right, and Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. And like I said in the offseason, he is the greatest greatest value in fantasy football history, and he's killing its rewards. That is the one call that I'm gonna fucking live off of this year thus far.
He's killing it. It's absolutely crazy. I think he's just gonna destroy from here on out. Like, they're not gonna run the ball, period. It's just like 8 carries a game. Maybe Hunt will see some goal line work, and Pacheco, they're like, oh my God. Even the commentator was like, he's going to get more involved. Pacheco did nothing. Fucking nothing. Like, they don't care.
I tweeted last night with a Patrick Mahomes gif. To those who said Goff over Mahomes in the revenge tour, fuck you. And I mean that with every bit of my fucking soul.
If they didn't keep the ball away, man, he'd have passed for 400 yards. The Lions had the right game script, but it also killed them with the right game script. So moving on here, Monday Night Football. We gave one prop. I like Khalil Shakir 4.5. You like that as well. You gave the Josh Allen longest rush at 13.5. Let's build a little like $1 8 ticket here, or a $5 8 ticket here if we can, in games we don't like. And remember, guys, tail what you want here. This is not recommended for an 8-card ticket, just what we like from these games. So I'm locking in longest rush for Josh Allen. I'm locking in 4.5 receptions for Shakir. Are we enticed at all by Dawson Knox? 23.5, 2.5?
No, but the Elijah Moore longest reception at 9.5 seems like something I want to bet on.
Okay, locking that in.
And then Bijan Robinson rushing yards. Like, I think he covers the rushing yards. I believe it's at 73.5.
Bijan, okay, 72.5. I like that. Lock that in.
Okay, I'm just.
I don't really like any more from the Falcons.
I could tell this, but I'm going to safety it.
Hang on. Okay, yeah. Let's do it here. Okay, so do you like nothing from Kyle Pitts, nothing from Drake London, target wise?
Kyle Pitts, I wouldn't hate his longest reception, but it's tough now since there's no wide receiver 2 there. What's his longest reception at right now?
18.5.
That's too rich. What's his receiving yards at?
43.5.
Okay. I'll take the over on Pitts receiving and the over on no, I'm not touching any one of them. I'm
Yeah,
just
I don't
leaving
like
those.
him.
I'm just
But you
leaving
don't
those
like
alone.
London's reception 6.5?
I don't hate it. I also don't love it. I prefer, like, if I'm going to bet on Drake London, any of his props, I think my
Longest.
favorite longest 23.5. I think that's well within the realm of possibilities. So 13.5 longest rush, and we said Shakir 4.5 receptions. So I'm only going to take 4 from each game. So I'm taking
I
Bijan.
don't like London. Yeah, I'm taking that out. Okay.
You taking London out?
Yeah, I'm going Bijan, Elijah Moore, Khalil Shakir, Josh Allen. 4 from
I'm
one
taking
game.
Elijah Moore out. I'm putting London in.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, Bears side. I really love the passing yards and rushing pass combined, but we can't take that because it blocks everything out. So I'm going to go with Caleb Williams rushing yards at 27. And I'll let you snag one.
Okay, so when we're talking about production against the slot, now Washington gives up the third most fantasy points on a weekly basis to the slot position. Roma Dunze plays the slot position 60% of the time. So I'm inclined to like the Roma Dunze, either 4.5 receptions or 64.5 receiving yards. Which one do you prefer?
I'm going to go with the yards because I think he's hitting the bomb.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go down to the Commanders. And I am going to absolutely smash the Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt 16.5 longest rush. He's explosive as they get.
I'm going to take the rushing yards instead.
I could go for either one. So I'm going to take the rushing yards. Okay. One last one to tap it out. Who you got?
I took Zach Ertz 3.5 receptions.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
It's
I
got to
mean,
be.
you look at tight end production, they give up the 10th most receptions to opposing tight ends. So that's there. I think the opportunity is going to be there. What did you take for Caleb? Because I like the
Rushing yards.
DeAndre Swift over the longest reception of 10.5 more than I like the Caleb Williams.
You like that more than the rushing? Dude, he's rushed for
No,
50,
10.5
30.
longest reception.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can go with
So
that.
did you take longest rush or rushing yards for? Because I have.
I took rushing yards.
Okay, I'll take that. I'm going to put 5 on it.
I safety it.
Safety.
So if you guys want a tail, I'll rate it back here. Josh Allen, 13.5 longest rush. Remember, tail your own risk, gamble responsibly. 8 tickets are never recommended. So if you want to pick and part and take, 1 or 2 of each one, do that as well. 8 is stupid. Trust me. We're just trying to hit one on the year. Khalil Shakir over 4.5 receptions. Caleb
I
Williams
came
over
close
27.
last week, so thank God I safetied it. I went 7 out of 8 last Monday.
That's nice, actually.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz, 3.5 receptions over. Bijan Robinson over 72.5 rushing yards. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt went up to 71.5 rushing yards. I'm fine with that. And then I took Elijah Moore, longest reception at 9.5. He took Drake London's longest at, I think, 23.5. So either one of those, if you guys are listening. And then Romo Dunze over the 64.5 rushing yards. Now, let's go game time calls here because we're right at the end of the show here. Falcons, Bills, over under 49.5. Who you got, and what are you taking?
I
Bills,
think the
3.5.
Bills. I think the Falcons cover the spread and the game goes over.
Falcons are going to cover 3.5.
Yeah, I like them at 4.5. I didn't know it was 3.5 now. I still think the Falcons cover. I think this is going to be like a 1 to 2 point game.
Okay. I'm going to take the Bills and the points here coming off a loss. I think they smash them. Bears, Commanders. I like this to go over 60. So I'm taking the over 100%. I think this is a 30-plus game each way. Both these defenses are terrible.
49.5 is the over.
Yeah, I'd ladder it to 55. And if I'm looking at the spread, 5.5, I think I'm taking Bears 5.5
to cover. I mean, for what it's worth, Caleb Williams, this is like a homecoming game because he is from the Washington region. But with that being said, I'm gonna also take Bears covering. I think this game should be closer, but every time I try to give Caleb Williams the benefit of the doubt, he always turns up to be a fucking.
He's going nuclear tonight, baby. He's nuking.
I generally hope so, man. I'm listening. But I traded him away for Patrick Mahomes, and it's one of the best trades I ever did in the original Disco Ball.
And one of my sneaky things that you're going to see tonight is Luther Burden. Feast your eyes on how good this man is in this game. Please. Because, God, just let him loose. It's like Travion Henderson, man. All right, guys, that's it for the show. Thank you guys for hanging out for the hour. BDE, thanks for joining in. We will be back Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, my show, then your show. We'll be cranking content the whole time. I've dropped some buy lows already. I've dropped the waiver wire. I think Disco's got stardom, sit-ems coming. What do you got coming this week?
Yeah, I'm going to do start and sit-ems, and I'm also going to try to do some buy lows and some sell highs. You told me it's good content, and I definitely have a lot of opinions, so I'm very opinionated. You guys could catch us live 7 p.m. Eastern time on the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel with my guy Sleaze on Thursday. We're going to look at all things answering all your start sits. We're also going to prelude the Buy-Mageddon and how you should probably pivot and really pay attention to Buy-Mageddon coming just in 2 weeks from now. Going to talk about all the advantageous matchups, some of our smash bets. We got our Saturday show, and thank you, Sleaze, from the bottom of my heart for because it's a marathon every fucking night.
We're not going for fucking 3 hours again, bro.
We're not going with 4 people on the panel again. I think it moved smoothly when it was just you and I, but I love having Huhanes there. It was great having PPR tips as well. But with that being said, man, that shows a marathon, but it's a wealth of knowledge, and you guys get anything and everything. And some spectacular calls were made, and we nailed some spectacular calls. Oh, and last but not least, Sam Laporta and that mustache, smash start moving forward. He's fucking him, the guy.
Yeah, no, I didn't like him. What a catch, dude. I got to give him props. That catch was amazing on the end zone. Jesus.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you haven't smashed a sub, make sure you sub to Big Draft Energy as well. We'll be live there Thursday. And let's watch these games, man. Let's talk about it afterwards. And I hope you guys all get a dub tonight if you need it. Peace out. Thanks for hanging out, man. We're out.
Bye.